Yeah, it's a little ridiculous, the lines they're feeding us these days. Basically, I just wanted to touch on, I had a couple questions for you. Start off, what is the best way for someone like myself, 22 years old, to get involved with spreading the word?
The best thing to do is put up 50 flyers around your town and say, I'm meeting this Sunday or whatever day you pick at the local library for concerned citizens and the name of your town. And just say, I wanted to get people who are concerned about anything here together to talk about what's happening, make a copy of Endgame, give it to each of the 20 people or whatever show up, and say, we need to pick an issue, okay? Our town is a sanctuary city. We get arrested if we have one beer and drive. Illegals can drunk drive and don't have to have insurance or a driver's license. We need to go to our city council and stop being a sanctuary city. Or we need to go as a group and educate our sheriff or our police chief about the New World Order. Or we need to expose this phony environmental group that wants to stop a coal-powered plant from going in our town that'll give us jobs, but then China's getting all the new plants. Or, I mean, just you guys decide in a list of 1 to 10 what the most important issues are. Pick a name for your group, that sounds mainstream but patriotic, and have your own grassroots organization, and more people will get involved. And then pool your resources, vote, 6 months in when you've got 400 members or whatever, vote for who you want to make talk show host, and everybody will give the 400 people $10 a month, and that will pay for you to, say, have a 2-3 hour radio show on the local talk station. You go on the show and you talk about issues. You say, come join our group. Maybe even to fund the group, you start selling particular books and videos. You got to fund your operation. Usually revolutionaries rob banks. We don't do that. We're counter-revolutionaries against the globalist revolution. You pick some books and videos you want to sell. You start a bookstore to fund your operation. And then a year into it, or even less, you guys decide who wants to run for office, for mayor or city council or school board, or water district or county commissioners. And you simply take over the system.
Second question I just wanted to touch on here briefly. It's well documented that governments use fear as a weapon against people. Lately, I've just been discovering all pretty new to the whole thing that's going on. Been listening to a lot of the stuff that you've done, doing a lot of my own research. I'm just concerned that some of the things that we're being told is part of that fear. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Well, yes, I understand, Andrew, and I appreciate your call. But, I mean, we can overanalyze things all day and just, I don't know if I want to get involved. And there's trolls on the Internet and people fighting and, and the government's putting out fear. I mean, yeah, the government admits they're spying on you without warrants now, so you'll get scared and shut up and hide in your house and just watch television. You've got to throw caution to the wind because there's a greater danger in letting this tyranny come to fruition. The danger is in not taking action or wanting a silver bullet to fix things. Resistance and action and right purpose is unstoppable. Look, I never intended to have a big syndicated radio show, have the most viral films on the Internet, have the 1 and 2, the top 2 biggest alternative news sites. I never intended that. I was angry about gun grabbing and land grabbing in Austin, Texas, and big government. And so I went and got an Access TV show, and here we are 14-plus years later. And look what I've been able to do. I mean, if you just have to, journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Let's go to another caller. Let's talk to Matt in Illinois. Matt, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Alex. I trade index futures. I trade the euro. I trade a lot of things that we've talked about with what the New World Order are going to do, like what Lindsey Williams talked about the other day. And if the elite really drop the dollar 30% from here, they can't help but bump the euro up like 50% or 30% because of the way the euro and the dollar.
Oh, wait a minute. We saw the euro go down 2 weeks ago, and then the dollar went down.
Right, but if you look
That's
at
what the G20's meeting for, is coordinated. But, yeah, no, they're currency traders themselves, and they know what's going to happen beforehand, so they like to manipulate things up and down to make profit. And I don't know if Williams is right. I believe that he talked to this guy, and this elitist believes this. And most of what the guy said has come true. Some pretty stunning predictions that did come true. fuel's at $50 a barrel, and then it goes up to 150. So we've got to pay some attention to it.
Well, the thing is, whenever one currency plunges, the yen, the New Zealand dollar, the Australian dollar, it automatically creates this effect where money starts automatically fleeing to other currencies. So it's very hard to destroy one currency without the other 8 major currencies.
Because the stronger currencies can buy whatever's weaker at the time and then make profits with it. I understand.
The problem with the euro right here is the euro right now is still, the euro has actually fallen a lot, but it's still so overvalued in terms of the European economy has a major export problem. They don't export. Portugal, Greece, Spain, they're falling.
No, wait, they do export. Taxes and tyranny.
Yeah, but their products, they've been killed. The New World Order has pumped up their currency for 10 years in Europe. A lot of it, I think, for racial reasons, just because, frankly, money's been flowing. There's a lot of investors, even in America, who buy euros all day. I know a lot of wealthy people, 401ks, who just sit there and just buy European stocks and European, for no reason other than it's Europe and they like buying European things. But the problem is, that's why they can't export anything. If the euro just rises 5-10% from here, Portugal, Greece, Ireland...
We got 50 seconds left. What are you saying is going to happen?
I'm saying in their zeal to kill the dollar, they're going to end up hurting exports more out of Europe because the euro will just naturally rise a bit. And then Portugal, Ireland, these other countries are going to blow up just like Greece right in their face, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because
because
if their currency rises, then people aren't going to be able to buy their goods, and so that'll hurt their exports. They don't care. They're going into the end game where they want to wreck society. They want to bankrupt people. They want to destroy industrial society. That's the wild card in all of this. But, hey, we're all going to see. We're going to see if Williams is right. I'm not saying he's necessarily 100% right. We're going to find out together. We'll be right back with more of your calls, more news straight ahead. Stay with us.